Hello to all students. I am Professor Masood Fuzail. Today we are going to discuss hemophilia. Hemophilia is a condition in which a person's blood does not clot properly, and through bleeding a person can die. If we look at the literal meaning of hemophilia, hemo means blood and philia, which comes from philic, means love. Hemophilia is basically of three types: hemophilia A, hemophilia B, hemophilia C. Usually hemophilia A is most common, and it is due to the absence or the deficiency of clotting factor 8, while hemophilia B, which is due to the deficiency or absence of factor 9, which is also a clotting factor, and hemophilia C is usually caused by deficiency of clotting factor 11. So let's discuss the mechanism, and then we are going to discuss genetics of hemophilia in detail. So first of all, I am going to discuss the mechanism of this disease. So I have made a diagram for you. This is a normal person, and this is a blood vessel, which you can see in the green color, and inside this blood vessel there is a blood. So whenever it so happens that when somebody injured and its blood vessel become punctured due to some needle or some injury, it starts bleeding. And there is a normal process that our chromosome, which is X chromosome, has a gene which is known as gene 8, which is responsible for producing a clotting factor, which is known as clotting factor 8. This clotting factor 8, along with other factors, is responsible for making a clot to stop this bleeding. So in the normal person, factor 8, clotting factor 8 makes a blood clot right where the artery or the blood vessel has injured, and the process and the bleeding has been stopped. But in a hemophilic person, so this is a blood vessel in which blood is flowing, and when it gets injured, bleeding starts. But this person lacks gene 8, which is responsible for production of clotting factor 8, and which is responsible for making a clot to stop the bleeding. But due to the deficiency or the lack of this factor, this person does not make a blood clot right over here at where bleeding has been taking place. So in this case, bleeding continues and person can die due to lot of bleeding. So this bleeding, if takes place in the brain, may cause many severe kind of problems, and this bleeding can also occur at joints, and it can happen anywhere in the body and due to some injury. So this is a life-threatening disease which is very common in males and it's not very common in females. So what happens now? We are going to discuss genetic of this disease and how this disease is transferred and runs in families and transferred from parents to their offspring. So first of all, I had made a key for you to understand this concept. This disease is due to the presence of gene on X chromosome, which are usually called sex chromosome. So in a normal male, in a male person, the normal genes for this person are XY, because this disease is located on sex chromosome. So we are not going to discuss autosomes, so only we are going to discuss sex chromosome. So if the person has a gene XY, it means he is normal. But affected or hemophilic male will have H gene, which I have represented with letter H, which is present on X chromosome, is responsible for this disease. Because its counterpart is not present and on Y chromosome, so Y will be inert. So only a single gene of hemophilia, if present on X chromosome, the person will become affected and will be suffered from hemophilia. In female, if we look at, female has two X chromosomes. If two X chromosomes are devoid of H, then she is normal. If she carries one H gene on one of X chromosome, then she will be called as carrier. She is carrier, but she does not suffer from hemophilia. To be affected by hemophilia, the both X chromosome should have H gene on it. H gene mean they have lack of these clotting factors which are responsible for blood clotting, and she will be suffering from this disease. So XH and XH means that she is affected by hemophilia. So I had made a cross for you to understand its genetics. So first of all, we are going to take a cross between a normal person, normal female, normal mother, and affected father and hemophilic father. We will represent it as parent 1. In normal mother, there are two chromosomes, X and X. They both are normal. There is no any hemophilic gene on them. While affected father is hemophilic, and its X chromosome, his X chromosome carries a gene which is known as H, so that is why he is hemophilic. In the first step, both of them, they are going to produce gametes. In the production of gametes, female will produce X with both X chromosome, because after meiosis these chromosomes get separated and move on into the each of the egg. Affected father will produce two types of sperms, one with X and capital H hemophilic gene, and the second with Y sperm. In the progeny, which is known as F1, first filial generation, their offspring are usually 4, and there are 2 daughters and 2 sons. If we look at the daughter, the first daughter received X chromosome from her mother, which is normal, and second chromosome she received from father, which is hemophilic, so she becomes carrier. Second daughter also received same chromosome, one from mother which is normal and one from father which is hemophilic. She also becomes carrier. If we look at the sons, son receive X chromosome from mother which is normal and Y chromosome from father which do not carry any hemophilic genes, so he is normal. In the same way, second son is also normal. So in this way, father, which is hemophilic, has transferred its hemophilic gene to his daughters, not to his sons, because the son does not inherit X chromosome from father. Now let's move on to the next cross. I have taken a carrier daughter from F1 progeny, and now she is going to get married with a normal person. So she is carrier mother, and her husband is normal. So he will be a normal father. This is now referred as parent 2. Carrier mother will produce 2 types of eggs, one with hemophilic gene and one with normal gene. Father will produce 2 types of gametes, sperms, though both of the sperms are normal. So this is their F2 generation, which is progeny, and their offspring, there are 2 daughters and 2 sons. Look at the first daughter. She received X chromosome from mother, which is hemophilic, and she received X chromosome from father, which is normal. She will remain carrier. The second daughter receives X and X from mother and normal. She is also normal female. This son receives X chromosome from mother, which is a hemophilic, and Y chromosome from father, and it will be affected. Now this son become affected by this disease, which will become hemophilic, while the second son will remain normal. So this is a specific pattern of this disease, which runs in a zigzag fashion. Now look at this cross. This is the son which is affected by hemophilia, and this is her mother. This is his mother. So this mother is from F1 generation, and this is the daughter of this person. So this father has inherited his X chromosome to the daughter, and then daughter has transferred X chromosome to his son. So basically, this person, affected father, was maternal grandfather of this male. So in this way, this disease runs from male into female, from father to daughter, and then from daughter to his son, to her son. So in this way, this disease runs in a zigzag fashion. So that is a special about this disease. So usually this kind of a hemophilia disease usually present in more commonly in males while less commonly in females. Why? Because female need two chromosomes of hemophilia at the same time on both X chromosome. So now let's discuss one more cross and to discuss how female can get hemophilic. So if you look at this progeny F2 generation, she is a carrier and then affected male. So I am going to marry these two right over here or make a cross between two of them. So these will be parent 3, she is a carrier mother and he is a affected father, hemophilic father. So they both produce gametes, eggs by mother and sperms by father. So mother contain two X chromosome, one with hemophilic gene and other with normal gene. Father contain also one with hemophilic gene and the second one which is normal Y chromosome. They got progeny, their generation, which is known as F3, third filial generation. In this case, first daughter received X chromosome from mother and second X chromosome father, while both of these chromosomes contain X gene, hemophilic gene. So she will become affected and will be suffered from hemophilia. So to become hemophilic, both of these X chromosomes should have hemophilic gene. The second daughter is carrier and she's normal, and first son is also affected and it will become hemophilic because he received X chromosome from her mother, while the second son is normal because he received X chromosome, normal X chromosome from mother and Y chromosome from father. So in this way, this is the total genetics of hemophilia. There is no cure for hemophilia, but there are some treatments are available. Like if a person is suffering from hemophilia factor 8, so we are synthesizing factor 8 in the laboratory by biotechnology products, and we can inject some of the factor 8 into the body of hemophilic person to prevent to start blood clotting in that person. Also there is a gene therapy also available, but that is very expensive and does not give 100% result. So that's all for today. I'll hopefully see you in the next lecture. Until then, bye.